like in our little groove now.
It's like, what day of the week is it? Happy
Monday.
Monday? I don't know.
It feels like a
I'm having like
Monday.
I'm having a rough time.
Yeah, but I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah.
My God, you poor thing. My ears are getting better. You better be getting better.
Ah.
Yeah, same. But it's the week of the show, y'all. It's, oh my God. If you've never opened a show off Broadway before, please let me give you some things to do. Anyways, happy freaking Monday, everybody. You're the Broadway fan club. I'm Heather, the lovely young lady to my left. Your right is the one and only Amber.
Hey.
It's gonna be a hell of a show tonight. I'm so excited.
I
There's
feel like that episode of Dance Moms where Abby Lee Miller's like, we're just gonna have fun.
Fair.
Yes.
That's an accurate thing. Yeah, no, it's been weird. I am in fringe mode. I am in off-Broadway mode. I am in all the modes. Hi, Jeffrey Cohen. We got a hello, ladies. But yeah, we it's gonna be a hell of a show. There's some weird shit happening. There's some good shit happening. There's just some shit happening. It's gonna be like, I gotta stop laughing. It's gonna be one of those shows. But it's also the end of the Broadway season. Like, what?
I know, it's wild.
I felt like it snuck up on us.
Yeah.
It definitely snuck up on us because Tonys are like a month and a half away, which is nuts. Like so nuts. And I haven't really heard much, like what kind of events are happening. Last year, I think with the American Express thing was just so cool, and I wish they would continue to do that. I don't think there's a way to do that, but we shall see. Also, something fun. So I'll be heading up into the city Thursday for opening night of Facings. So the show was last week. Check it out. Opening night's Thursday, but Saturday, the one and only Seth Rudetsky is doing a live show at Times Square at 11 a.m. So we'll see how that goes. I got hiccups. I am actually staying in the financial district this time because the theater district is bonkers. But we have a great new partner out there that I'll talk about when I return. So it'll be fun because I have like a 15-minute commute into the theater district every day, and I'm totally here for it because it saves me money. But yeah, so it's been kind of crazy this week. Facings opens Thursday at Urban Stages. It's going to be bonkers. Everything is like all the little pieces are finally falling into place, and then everything you're like, okay, we're good. And then you're like, oh my God, we have XYZ, ABC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Delta, Beta, Zeta, Cthulhu. And you're just like, oh my God, what is going to happen here? So I cannot wait to report. Keeping in mind, everybody, please, we will not have a show next Monday. We will most likely, as I look on my calendar because I feel oh so prepared, we will most likely be hosting our show next Wednesday, the 30th, to catch everybody up on all the happenings and the things. I have like 9 more shows I need to see to finish out the season, including Boop, like Jeffrey Cohen's talking about. And I definitely want to talk about something that I noticed a trend of that Jeffrey and I were talking about the other day. But I have Boop, Smash, Floyd Collins. I want to see Orville and Eva at Cab. Stranger Things, Just in Time, Pirates, the Penzance musical, which is also opening Thursday. The Picture of Dorian Gray. John Proctor is the villain. Oh my God, where else is my list? Yeah, I think that will catch me up. And something I was planning on doing, which I don't know if you guys have seen locally in the news, or like our Broadway news, Life and Trust shut down unexpectedly Saturday. Their socials are scrubbed. There's a lot of rumors going around. I was excited because I'm like, I'll be in the financial district. I won't have too far of a way to go. And they're just like randomly refunding people, and it is shut. So I'm going to go over to Conwell Coffee Company, which is also the financial district, and see, one, if it's still operating. It should. And two, what's happening. So stay tuned for that. Also, I'll say hello to Olivia and hello to Nathaniel. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, it's going to be like a weird week of shoving shows into a very small period of time. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try. And then something else that's fun next week, hopefully she can join us. My friend Casey, who you guys met on the Broadway Cruise review, has graciously offered to step in and help us be our girl in the booth for the podcast. So instead of me rambling for the first 10 to 15 minutes as Amber does all of the fun stuff, sharing it to all 102 fan groups or whatever she's doing because she's incredible, Casey gets to have that. And then you get to hear Amber talking and me not rambling my face off. Isn't that exciting, Amber?
That's so exciting.
I preached that to Amber yesterday or a couple of days ago. I'm like, so Casey wants to do it. And she's like, yep, totally fine. Let's see. Let's read through our comments. Nathaniel can't wait to see Boop. I know Jeffrey saw it a couple days ago. Olivia won tickets for Sunset. You fell and broke your foot, Olivia. Oh, no. That sounds not awesome. We'll talk about that offline. Especially in New York. That's not fun, but I am sure you've got some fabulous cast on and like a chariot with white ponies pulling you. At least that's how I would want to be around New York City. But and then so with Facings, I've been very excited to get to work with Schmackeries. We're going to do some fun stuff for opening night. Broadway mixologist, she's going to come. She's actually going to be a guest on the show soon. So lots of crazy stuff happening this week. I didn't even get home. My mom and I were at the casino until 3:00 this morning, Amber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Easter casino. That's what goes on with me and my mom. So I got home at like 4-ish. I think I slept about 5 hours, and there we go. Let's see. Nathaniel says, has anyone seen Buena Vista Social Club? I have not.
I've heard great things.
I have heard amazing things. With my concussion and the tinnitus, I am so scared to go and want to enjoy the music. And apparently, we'll have, what was that? Amber made the worst face. Are you all right?
I just took a sip of a beverage.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm so afraid with the horn section, it's going to get too much and my ears are it's not anything to do with the show. It just, I'm fucked up. Olivia's going to go see Death Becomes Her again. I've also been hearing really incredible things about Real Women Have Curves. There's a lot. It feels like, and correct me if I'm wrong, Amber, it feels like the end of this season is so fully stacked compared to last season. Right? Because last season we had Cabaret, Gatsby. There was one other that slid right in. Do you remember what it was?
I don't.
But literally to the point where the Tony Awards were I don't know, maybe you're not qualified. Okay, you're approved. So
right.
It'll be interesting for sure. But yeah, and then, did I mention going to be at the Swept Away cast reunion concert on Monday?
So cool. I just listened to the cast album today and cried.
Oh no, I don't want you to cry. It's cool too. They're making these 250 limited edition posters for the concert. And I'm like, ooh, but they're going to get so damaged being at Bowery Electric. It's nothing. I am still trying to find out ADA information. So if anybody knows that, please let me know. And I'm also still trying to find a way to transfer my earlier show ticket to the later show ticket. I also caught up with Matt DeAngelis a couple of days ago, and they were driving down somewhere in the country. So it'll be nice to catch up with Matt, to catch up with Josh, to catch up with Sam. So, or with Stark, I can't talk. It'll be really good. my brain can't comprehend the next week of my life, but it will. Oh, well, that's nice. I'm going to post this because this is a thing that a lot of people don't know, Olivia. The only bright side of my broken foot situation, I was able to get upgraded to orchestra seats because the theater didn't want me to do stairs. Yes, so I will always encourage people. I know I had this conversation with a couple people the other day, and Jeffrey knows too. If you feel uncomfortable doing stairs, don't hesitate to talk to the house manager at any theater and be like, hey, I can't do stairs for X, Y, and Z, or I can try if it's not an accessible theater, because some theaters are older, they don't have an elevator, and see if they're able to assist. If not, please be polite and appreciative, but don't do it just to be like, oh, I want a better seat, because sometimes it doesn't make it better. Sometimes you're all the way in the back of the orchestra with a restricted view, but they are going to do the best they can to accommodate you.
Absolutely.
So yeah, they were very good for me with my concussion and all the other fun stuff. I also now have a pinched nerve, Amber. Isn't that fun? I'm falling apart. But so what's going on in your neck of the woods, Miss Connecticut?
My mom was just here for Easter, so that took a whole lot out of me. My kitten's gone. They took my kitten.
I was going to say no more cute little furry kitten.
Got a whole ass family. He's been adopted, so that's great.
So Herbie's been adopted. Okay, did they keep the name Herbie?
I don't think so. I think they're going with Leo.
That's very original of a name for a cat.
Yeah.
No, you still have Mama Cat, though.
I still have Mama Cat. She goes back on Saturday because I start a dog sitting gig. So next time you see me, I will be in a different area with many dogs surrounding me.
Many dogs? Wait.
Many.
Go on.
I'm dog sitting 3 dogs the next town over.
Oh, for how long?
Like 10 days.
Oh, okay. And then are you going to be fostering any more animals?
Then I'm cat sitting. And then I am going to be fostering more.
Also, guys, Amber is on lots of medication, so she's not her usual bubbly self.
It's true. I have been dealing with this illness for what feels like
it's been like 2
months. Beginning of time. Yeah.
No, it literally has been. You were under the weather for about a month before I was in Connecticut, which is a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
So, but you're fighting it.
So it's been fun.
Fighting a good fight.
Yeah. So I'm having a great time. And yeah, that's basically really all that's been going on here with me.
Yeah. So let's talk. I want to bring up like a weird situation that I've noticed. And Amber, you and I can talk on this heavily, but it's been brought to my attention that happened this past weekend to some of our members, who I will leave anonymous. Do you recall when we've had issues, and we're not picking on security members, but you recall like some security members are like the absolute worst and they're just so damn rude and like make stupid comments, or some of them are like the absolute best and like appreciate people and like they're so professional and kind?
I don't really understand what you mean by security members.
So like people at security at the theaters.
Oh, okay. I was a little just confused by that.
It's fine. You're on heavy medication.
Yeah.
And I'm on like 2 hours of sleep. But like, I feel like there's not like a median of security. I feel like there's either the complete like crazy aggressive a-holes or like super incredible, like want to be your best friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so absolutely.
It was brought to my attention this weekend that a couple of our members were heading over to a theater, and I'll leave this very PC. Oh, not a problem, Jeffrey. Jeffrey says, thank you for covering this issue. Yeah, because this is something we've talked about before. One of our members had their phone out in front of a theater, and a security guard came over to them and got very aggressive and in their face and said, you cannot take pictures of me, and then demanded this member to show them the last several photos that they had taken, keeping in mind that this member did not take any photos.
Yeah.
And they were on a public street about to enter a theater.
Yeah.
I want everyone's opinion on that. Also, Cheyenne Cook, evening. Hello. She said, evening, ladies and gentle Judea. I think, is that gentle dudes, maybe? Judea.
I think so.
Yeah, Olivia says, oh, geez, I agree. So I want you guys to weigh in. Amber, you too. If you were on a public street and you have like, I always have, look, this is my phone. My phone literally looks like a vintage camera. But if I'm on my phone and somebody comes over to me and starts yelling at me that I'm taking photos of them, one, and two, that I need to demand that I show photos, like whatever photos my last couple of photos have been, what would you guys do in this situation?
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck off.
That would be kind of my thing. Now, I will say that this member very much went along with what security said and was like, I'm not taking any photos, but here's the last several photos. But they also want to reach out to the theater. And I think that's very important. But they did make a statement of, yeah, I know that the house manager has nothing to do over security. It does not matter. Amber very specifically has been with me when we went over to Maybe Happy Ending. And I had an issue with security looking me up and down and making nasty comments about me needing to get away from the line because of my concussion and feeling very uncomfortable. And security, like, literally being like, where's your wheelchair? And you're like, wow, cool. And very specifically walking in and asking for the house manager to let the house manager know this happened with this security person. It's not being a Karen or a Chad or a pain in the ass, but I want you guys to put yourselves into the position of, you are typing very fast, Amber.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just doing some pending posts.
Oh, I just imagined like the frog one. But it's okay to talk to the house manager, even if they are not the direct overseer of the security company. They know everybody that is. So if it's a frustration for you, but you're willing to kind of go along with it, it's going to be harder for somebody like that has really private photos or like really feels uncomfortable. They're going to feel like this person is kind of on their place of power. See, now Olivia says, I would like, go ahead, look at it. I got nothing to hide. And I understand that approach, but to me, I'm like, this is my personal stuff. Like, I'm sorry. I would be like that asshole and be like, you want to see some photos? Sure. Here's my private stash. I don't think it's necessary to feel like that, but I just want to make sure you guys know, feel empowered and comfortable enough to politely and nicely ask for the house manager if there's any concern, whether it's the security staff, whether it's something inside, whether you want to tell them how incredible they are there to help. They are literally there to manage the house. That means they oversee everybody and they make sure that the patrons have the best time that they possibly can.
Yeah, don't be afraid to shout out a compliment too. Like if you had like an extremely good experience, like shout out the house manager.
Yep.
Because like people usually like
complain. Yeah.
So like they never hear a compliment. So like
and Amber and I will always make sure like if we're
give that compliment.
Yeah, well, you and I will go in and like introduce ourselves to the house manager and be like, hey, we run this fan group. And like 9 times out of 10, if we don't know them, they're like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, thank you so much. But like, I always try to do like the compliment sandwich, even if it's not a compliment sandwich, it's like a compliment charcuterie board of like, this person sucked, but like, holy cow, this person's amazing. Like, I will very much give a shout out right now to Marco Polo over at Maybe Happy Ending, who's a merchandise manager. I freaking love him. You walk in and you're like, I'm buying everything because you're amazing. But these guys who do all these really cool things or have like the best smile or like so happy with their jobs, when you compliment somebody or you tell their boss like, hey, this person's awesome, that means so much. Like they do a lot of things for accolades for staff too. So like, you don't know, maybe this person, like after they get a certain amount of compliments, they're winning like $100 gift card or like, get extra tickets for this. Like, you don't know. I always make sure to try to find a positive with something, but don't ever hesitate to reach out to house management.
Sure.
But I know you were all caught up. I think that congratulations are in order for a friend of the show, Tommy Bracco, who got married this weekend.
Absolutely. The wedding looked so fun.
Oh my God.
Did you see I saw that Ellen Marsh posted like a picture where the wedding photographer was like, everybody posed like Tommy Bracco, and everyone was like,
It's so true. But it's so true. Well, because like, look, your first real introduction to Tommy is Spot Conlon, and you're like, oh, that guy's kind of a New York dick, and you're like, oh no, he's like the goofiest guy. He's so much fun. He's got such a good heart. But like, that is a real thing. That's like his personality. You did it. Good. Let's see. All right. Olivia says, not security, but when I was at Boop during intermission, the usher offered to let me go to the handicap bathroom line. Perfect. Another audience member got mad at them for letting me use it. The usher told them, well, she has a cast on. She's allowed to use it. We aren't going to make her use the stairs because her safety is important. Yes, Olivia, as somebody who has a concussion, somebody who has nerve damage, I do not live in a wheelchair. I don't have a crutch or a cane or a cast. But I have never come across an usher who's like, oh, no, you can't use the accessible bathroom because it's meant to be accessible for multiple people. Also, something that not a lot of people know, and if any of our members need it, don't hesitate. If you are trans, you can also use that bathroom wherever you are most comfortable. But yeah, some of the other patrons look at you and they're like, oh, well, what's wrong with you? And you're like, wow, cool. Or like Amber and I, we went to Redwood. Do you remember that whole situation? Yes. You got on the drink line. So Amber got on the drink line. I'm standing in the accessible bathroom line. And there's a woman and her 2 grown kids and her husband. She's the only one that needs it. But they all decided they were going to go into the bathroom. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I can't stand much longer. Can I please go ahead of you? And they were nice to do that. But like, just don't take advantage of it. So yeah, I agree. Jeffrey says, did not realize house manager handled outside third-party security. Absolutely. And even if they are not the person, they will get to the person, because I know sometimes box office management handles the security management, but they will get it to the right person. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yes. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Let's get into some Broadway news.
All right.
Yeah, I kind of handled some news, but let's get into some more news.
Well, I guess we'll open with your favorite thing.
Phantom?
There have been masks around.
I know.
Have you called the phone number? Should we call the phone number live on air?
Yes, let's do it. I'm gonna do it right now. Let me tell you, I freaking cried. Okay, I cried. For those of you who have no idea why I'm literally losing my shit, Masquerade has been doing so much social media the last couple of days. Also, stay tuned this week because this little girl over here, she also got a letter from the Opera Ghost. Like a legit letter. Oh, yeah. So let me pull up this number. Are you guys ready? If I cry, don't judge me. I already feel the redness. Ready? Have you called the number?
Yes. Okay. I didn't call it, but I listened to a recording of someone who called it.
Okay, here. Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. I have the chills.
Okay, so if you too want to hear the phone call or join our Masquerade fan group, if you want to join the Masquerade fan group and any of our other fan groups, go to www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. We haven't done that in a while. The phone number is 212 505 5666 because of course it is. 212-505-5666. I am unsure if they're going to update anything, but that is the first time we have heard anything official, unofficial. Hearing the music box play Masquerade, I literally just started. Thank you to David Strauss for sending me the number before anybody else. Just tears. Guys, when I tell you, my laptop is going to drop for a second. I sit. This is going to be really fun and challenging. Wink. This sits next to me at all times. Okay? I freaking cried. And yeah, so they've been putting, now the magic is disturbed because I use a stack of boxes to prop my camera up. They have been posting these gorgeous Masquerade masks with the phone number on it. I don't know if people took them. I don't know what they did with them, but I'm here for it. Andrew Lloyd Webber also got a letter from the Opera Ghost. I don't know. Should I go get my letter to a reveal? All right. I'm going to turn my camera off. Amber, you entertain the masses.
Yeah. So we're just going to go over to some random other news while Heather's gone. Floyd Collins is opening tonight. Congratulations to them. That's they're also getting a cast album, which I believe comes out, don't quote me on this, I want to say the 25th of April. I know it's soon. I was like, wow, that's like incredibly soon for the announcement and the turnaround. I was like, that is very cool that we don't have to wait. I am the most impatient person in the entire world, guys. So like I hate having to wait like these months for cast albums. So it's very cool when the announcement comes out and the release is very shortly after. So that is exciting. So congratulations to them. We also go. You're welcome
I was like, I'm back. I switched around. Cast recordings also being recorded right now. Real Women Have Curves. They're in the studio.
Yeah. Yep. Boop has some singles that are being released over the next couple of weeks. Very exciting.
Dude, I lost my mind. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Go on. I'll just sit here and bathe in the phantom. Should I read it?
Yeah, open it.
Okay. So it's like, don't worry. I will show the full video of me actually walking to my mailbox and getting this. Okay. It is freaking handwritten. At least that's what I'm telling myself. But it does say Dear Heather, so that's cool. Okay. And how convenient that it's red and black.
Of course.
Hello, Broadway Fan Club has encouraged the fandom of the opera to take on our colors. It's great. Dearest Heather, I have seen the world you have woven, a sanctuary where my story is kept alive, whispered from one voice to the next. Know that such devotion is never overlooked. The phantom watches over those who honor the music of the night with care. Soon the masquerade shall beckon, and you, who knows its shadows so well, will find yourself most welcome. More will be revealed in due time. Your obedient servant, O.G. I cried like a child. Also, opening up a wax seal with one hand while you're recording is really nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And of course, I showed my mom the video. She's like, I would have sliced it from the top. And I was like, oh, you don't slice anything the phantom gives you.
Right.
And she's like, what is OG? It's Opera Ghost.
I have the honor to be your obedient servant.
So yes.
O.G.
Oh my goodness, you are so funny. Thank you for that. Yes. Phantom on the brain at all costs. I am hoping that when I'm in the city this week that I see some more cool social media stuff. They kind of did like a scavenger hunt with the mirror.
Yeah.
Really smart. Andrew Lloyd Webber got his letter from the Opera Ghost, and he was standing at the venue, and the venue is covered in newspaper articles. So I'm gonna check that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very exciting.
Oh yeah. Anyways, well, thank you for that. Oh, there you go. Jeffrey says, I used to shop at Lee's and was friendly with some of its employees. This is where the new Phantom is going to play. That's right. That is right. It's over more towards like Grand Central area. Yeah, it's super cool, guys. Everything I've seen, every little video, I'm going to try to do some work this week with it. Let's see what happens because Phantom is back. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, go on with your news. I'm done now.
Let's see what else. Oh, there was some sneaking social spoiler photos today of, I believe, tomorrow. Hold on, let me just confirm this. Yes, Tiny Desk. Gypsy did the Tiny Desk. It releases tomorrow. So that will be very exciting to see what songs they do. I'm excited. I hope my favorite Caroline Moo 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 makes an appearance.
It should. Moo 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 Moo.
Moo 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 Moo.
Do you want to explain to people what Tiny Desk is for those that might not know the cult classic?
Tiny Desk is NPR. It is a full-blown concert in an office, aka at a tiny desk, where they have either a concert or a Broadway performance or a full-blown musical performance done in an office at the NPR office. So it's fantastic. There was one of my favorites was the Little Shop one. Six did a great one. Sweeney did a great one. I'm trying to think of who else did a really good Tiny Desk concert. Shout out your favorite Tiny Desk concerts below.
Yeah. Well, also, I feel like The Wiz did it. I feel like Wayne Brady did something with Tiny Desk. And I don't remember.
I think you're right. The Wiz, I did do a Tiny Desk concert. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. So that's very exciting. So we, again, like I was saying before with cast albums, guys, I hate waiting. I have zero patience.
That's true.
I'm really excited that they teased it and it's coming out tomorrow because I don't know if I could contain myself if it was like being released in like a week or two. I would just wouldn't.
I mean, do you know it's being released in like a couple of days?
I'm sure I do, but I would love if you reminded me.
Drag the Musical. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So, I know. I'm so excited, dude. April 25th, this Friday, coming up. Drag the Musical is going live for all of your listening pleasures. And Tomas Costanza, co-creator of the show, is allowing us to run a very exclusive contest. Hey, contest. Hey.
Yeah.
So if you pre-save on iTunes, and we will make the post as soon as the show is over tonight, in the Drag the Musical and the Broadway Fan Club group and page, if you take a screenshot of your pre-purchase or pre-save of the Drag the Musical cast recording coming out Friday, you are automatically entered into winning some really cool stuff. If we have 25 people, up to 25 people, we are giving away an exclusive signed vinyl of the cast recording. But something even cooler, which I am still at disbelief that Tomas has been so generous. We are going to give away one signed poster by the entire cast, including not only Joey McIntyre, but also Adam Pascal.
And that is
priceless.
If we get to 50, right?
That's if we have 50. Yep.
Yes.
50 or more. Yes. That is high value. Literally has been a couple of them have been put aside for Broadway Cares. So if you are looking for something and you want to win, instead of worrying about how much is it for Red Bucket season, are they doing this or doing that, pre-save the cast album on iTunes, send us a screenshot on the post we're going to have for it, and you are automatically entered. I think we even have a recording of Tomas talking about it, don't we?
We do.
Let me try to open this image up because, my life is great. I have such bad hiccups. This is going to be really funny to get through. Stand by, please. Now, what song are you looking forward to the most to hearing?
Honestly, all of them. But like I've been in my broke girl era, so I've been walking around singing like, "We need money, 5, 10s, and 20s. We need money. Give it to me, honey." The tag sale song.
You do so well. Oh yeah, I love the damn show. And sadly, they close Sunday, so they literally
Yeah,
close.
you only have a week left to see the show.
But yeah, let's throw up this cute little imagey. Bam. What? And do you want to play that awesomeness that Tomas sent us?
I do.
Do it. Do it to it.
The musical.
Oh, it would be cool if I had sound.
Everyone, Tomas Costanza. Tomas Costanza here, producer and co-creator of Drag the Musical. We have a very special treat for you all. On Friday, April 25th, we will be releasing a live cast recording of Drag the Musical, recorded right at our theater, New World Stages in New York City. It was produced by the one and only Queen of all queens, Eliza Minnelli, and myself, and it sounds absolutely amazing. The cast, the crew, the band, everyone did a wonderful job capturing the magic of Drag the Musical so that when you listen to it, you can feel like you're in the front row watching the show every single night of your life. We would love for you all to download it on iTunes so that we can go to #1 on the charts. And that would be a goal of ours, and we would love for your support. So thank you all, and don't forget to download it on iTunes Friday, April 25th. Thank you.
Woo!
Yeah, so Tomas and I talked last week, and I was like, yeah, if you want to send something over, he's like, I'm literally going on vacation tomorrow. He's like, what do you want? I was like, I don't know, just tell people like what you want them to do. So in like 2 minutes, he sent that, and I'm like, yeah, no, that works. So again, guys, this is your opportunity to get something exclusive. No one else is doing any kind of giveaways. We freaking love Drag the Musical, the cast, the crew, everybody. I mean, we have not met Liza Minnelli, but that would be really cool if we could. But that show means so much to us, and we've had, 5 people on the show on the cast, yeah?
Yeah, we love that show.
We do. We really do. Really, really do. Sorry. Stephen Miller was messaging me. I apologize. You received. Oh. We got a referral link. Click. Yes, iTunes, Apple Music. Same thing, right, Amber? Yes. So I'm an Android user. I use Google Music.
All right, I just did it. Tomas, love me.
Look at that. Well, make sure you take a screenshot and share that underneath our post when we make it after the show.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Oh, I bet I know. Yeah, I mean, they didn't even have any like window cards. Like there really wasn't a lot. The biggest thing you could get everybody to sign or try to get everyone to sign was the guitar, which is super cool. Yeah. So I'm going to try to catch up with those crazy kids this weekend. Yair, or I think is in Atlanta. Right?
Atlanta, yeah.
Remy is going to be hanging out. Go harass him for a little bit. It's great. We love
it. iTunes is Apple Music.
Yes.
But you can stream it wherever you get your music. I'm sure the stream will help wherever you get your music.
Yes, their goal really is to hit number 1 on iTunes, literally, if it's only for a minute. The reason we're trying to do it before Friday is because at, I think he said midnight, is when everything goes live on iTunes for the week. So as long as they like hit it for a second, it counts.
Yeah.
That's cool bragging rights too. So I'm sure we can make it happen. So check that ish out. Check that ish out. I don't know. What else do you want to talk about?
Let's see. Let me go to my. Oh, I just closed out my tab.
How dare you? Yes,
I'm trying to see what else has been going on.
You know what we could talk about? Broadway weekends.
Yeah, we could talk about Broadway weekends.
I'll play that commercial while you're looking for you guys to check this out too, if it really wants to work for me, because it's coming up soon.
It is coming up very soon.
Oh my God. Like, how is that happening? Is it okay? This is gonna sound weird, but like, does everybody else feel like this last year has flown by, but also like it's
dragged.
only April, but it feels right. Like it's only April, but it feels like it's September, but also it feels like January.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, guys.
Theatre fantasy camp for adults? Sign me up. Broadway Weekends is an immersive summer camp designed and led by Broadway artists. Every year, we bring the magic of the current Tony season to life using material and artists from Broadway's latest shows. This summer, it's happening July 13th to 17th with a 2-day option, July 18th and 19th. We have a 25% discount if you sign up before May 1st, and if you're a public high school theatre teacher, get in touch about some scholarship options. Visit us at www.broadwayweekends.com to learn more, and be sure to mention the Broadway Fan Club when you reach out. Oh, and did I mention? It's founded by me, theatre actress Gina Duvall.
Icon.
See you soon.
Icon. Absolutely. Absolutely. So if you guys want more information on Broadway Weekends, go to www.broadwayweekends.com. Yeah. Theater camp for adults. Like, need we say more?
Right.
Need we say more? Need we say more? All right. Yes. Let's talk. I know you talked about opening it for Floyd Collins. Ritz opens Thursday.
Yeah. I mean, there's just been like a lot of things going on. There's been like a lot of like first look photos. I feel like Pirates of Penzance did first look photos. Just in Time did first look photos.
Stranger Things
did first look
and
photos.
And like, did you watch the Netflix special on it?
All of the photos have been like stunning.
Oh yeah,
like gorgeous.
Yeah. No, I mean, yes. Did you watch? Did you?
I started to. I
was like, very specific reasons. So freaking cool.
So cool. So cool.
If
so
you guys
insane.
It
looks scary though. Like I'm like, am I gonna be like too scared? Like, am I?
I don't know. I've heard that some people are like very uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, I've heard it's like scary.
I've heard it's quote strange. Literally. Like my buddy Pete was like, I went and I was like, how was it? And he was like, strange. I was like, come on, give me more than that.
But you were like, let me guess, there were also things there. Yeah.
But like, I'm trying to pull up the first look for Just in Time too. Yeah, no, like, I don't know. He said most of the theater was filled with people who had never seen the show, including him. He's never seen Stranger Things.
Right.
But he's like, and it's a strange theater. Now, I will give him that.
Right.
Because you've been to the Marquee Theater, right?
Yeah.
That's where Beetlejuice was at after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my God, Once Upon a One More Time was also there.
Yes.
But also Sutton Foster did Thoroughly Modern Millie there, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The Marquee Theater is cool, guys. Like, and I will tell you, it's really cool. If you ever go to the Museum of Broadway, there's a whole video about like the monopolization of the theater district, and like the Marriott Marquis caused all sorts of drama, but it's fantastic. But yeah, the theater is kind of weird. Oh, Margaritaville was also there too.
Now, have you heard about the drama about the seating at the show?
No.
There have been a couple of Reddit threads. There was one night where apparently people were being seated like all throughout the first like 3/4 of the first act because the show started late because the Marriott was like double booked with like an event or something, and they weren't letting people in on time. So people were like, the lobby was still full when the show was beginning, and they started the show anyway. So they were still like, so people were out in the lobby for like a hold for like a really long time, and like a bunch of people missed the show, like the beginning of the show. It was like a crazy.
Well, no, here you say that, but do you think, because I'm noticing this becoming more and more and more and more of a trend, do you think that they were there early enough to be seated on time, or do you think they kind of strolled in expecting when the show started they'd just walk in?
No, this was an actual snafu of the hotel where they said that there was too many people in the lobby at one time, so they weren't letting people in or something.
The lobby of the theater or the lobby of the hotel?
The lobby of the theater, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, so for those of you that don't know how the Marquis Theater is set up, there is an external box office, but it's attached to the Marriott Marquis. So the Marriott Marquis literally goes between two blocks, so you can walk through. It's a great pass through. But they have the theater. Oh, is it on the 5th floor? It's kind of near their like convention area, and the theater. I think originally when they renovated the theater. Yes, it's not a traditional Broadway theater. It's beautiful, but it's quite spread out. It feels like more like and if anybody is listening, please don't take this offensively, more like a cruise ship theater. Does that make sense? Like it's more spread out. It's a little bit more corporate feeling. The way that people line up though, because there's escalators. I guess no, I would be on the 2nd or 3rd. I don't know. My brain doesn't work. But when you go up, when you're waiting to get in, the line starts because it's a narrow entrance. And then you kind of wrap in a line all the way around the hotel, essentially, which is not fun. They used to have bathrooms up there that were public use bathrooms. They stopped doing that. So that's interesting. But yes, it's a pain in the ass. As Jeffrey says, it's complicated where the theater starts and the hotel lobby ends. Yes and no, because the lobby for the hotel is on a different level. But that hotel lobby is the tiniest thing you'll ever come across. But it's a great place to charge your phone. If you're looking for a place to go charge your phone, go to the Marriott Marquis, hit number 8 for the lobby. And there are a bunch of benches with plugs. It's great. I'm not giving away all the secrets. You're giving away all the secrets. And yes, if you need a public bathroom, don't make it a habit. But there are bathrooms in the Marquis lobby bathroom on the 8th floor. But the theater, you have to wait for it to be unlocked during the show.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So much going on. My brain is mushing. What else? I know we've got more, but I feel like we've covered so much. But there's so much more news happening. Titanic closing.
Titanic announced their closing. Yes, they will be playing their final performance. I want to say, let's see.
And what kind of freaking timing is that when they announced it literally like at the anniversary of the Titanic?
They announced it like 2 days before the anniversary of the Titanic, which I feel like was poorly timed. It was like, come on.
Or great for marketing.
You couldn't have waited 2 days and just like announced it on the June 15th. Tickets on sale through June 15th.
And see, I'm going to say this, and it sounds so bad. Amber Ardolino, she is literally, she keeps getting into these shit. Like, okay, Hamilton, Moulin Rouge, the mainstays of Broadway, which is not a traditional thing. Broadway is not meant to be here, for decades. Phantom was all craziness. Gypsy's back. Chicago's been forever, whatever. But Amber had all these great shows, and then she went over to Back to the Future, which was fun. And then I helped encourage and support her decision to move over to Beautiful Noise. And then they announced that they were closing. And then she went over to Titanic, and they announced they're closing. And like, we know that something better is out there for Amber. It's just like, she's been really good about making the shows the best they can be on their way out of the theater. Does that make sense? That is a lot of freaking pressure on somebody, I am sure. Like, you're brought in, she's literally like the closer. Like, you're brought in to make sure it boosts sales. That's impressive. It's gotta be stressful.
Yeah,
it's got a lot
absolutely.
of work. Because you're learning a show and they're like, oh shit. Oh, and yes, Jeffrey brings up a big point. Did you talk about Leslie Odom coming back to Hamilton?
I did not.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
It is crazy. I think he's going through August, right?
Yeah. I believe.
I like your song.
Ooh, September 9th through November 23rd are the dates.
Okay.
So that is exciting.
That is pretty exciting. Sorry, I am in I just have to laugh. I am trying to get artwork finished correctly, and it's anyways. Welcome to my life. I'll be okay. But yes, so
we did have the Death Becomes Her cast album come out officially last Thursday. I've only listened to it 900,000 times since then. That's it. Just
okay,
bare minimum.
Question for you, because you have been doing a lot more cast albums this season. Drag, Death Becomes Her, maybe Happy Ending. What's your favorite? You have to answer. Don't blink at me. That doesn't work.
I don't know. I'll have to have my Spotify Wrapped. I'll have to have my Spotify Wrapped answer that.
Or Swept Away.
I was gonna say, because Swept Away's in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, Swept
Away's in there too.
So
yeah.
Jeffrey says maybe Happy Ending. I think Olivia says Death Becomes Her. This is gonna be a battle.
And you know what? I'm gonna also say the Sunset Boulevard album's been in there too.
Oh yeah. How dare I forget?
Yeah.
Did you see the new pictures that our members have been posting of Tom Francis covered in blood?
Oh yeah, of course. Always.
It's fantastic. I'm excited to see how much Nicole's slip dress goes for Broadway Cares.
Yeah, that'll be amazing.
Interesting. Broadway Flea is going to be freaking bonkers this year, dude. Bonkers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of scared for it. I still can't believe that I did Flea with an unknown concussion.
Mm-hmm.
How did I do that? And you handled your first one very well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been listening to a lot of Heather's the Musical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked, right? Because it's opening in a month and a half, not even, just nuts. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I feel like that, I don't know. It sounds so stupid, guys. Like, I get it. Like, there's a season for a reason that was not intended to rhyme, but it did. So that we know when, like, with Tony's and stuff, just like there's like the movies season. But like, do we really need to like wait a whole summer for new release shows? Like, come on.
Right.
Why you gotta do that to me? That's not nice.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Anyways. Anything else?
We also have the return of Soleil Pfeiffer and
Moulin Rouge.
Jordan
Fisher She's on medication, everybody. She's on medication.
Reunited.
Yeah, and it feels so good.
Again. I can't believe they're leading a second show together. It's so crazy. And it's like such a different, they're like, I was just thinking about this the other day, like going from playing Eurydice and Orpheus to now playing Satine and Christian. Like, those are such different roles.
Yes. But let me tell you something. So Leia is one of the tiniest, sweetest, most angelic people you'll ever meet, with the freaking voice of a power. She's like Eva, like even Elizabeth. My mom even last night, like I was like, oh yeah, I was it was the wedding song playing, and I was explaining to her about Reeve and Eva, and I was like, yeah, this is what Eva looks like. She's like, she doesn't seem like she could sing Sally Bowles. I was like, oh no, here you go, bloop. So Leia, like, Gun and Powder, I cannot freaking wait for Gun and Powder to come out so you guys can actually see her just powerhouse it down. Because even as a teen, she does have a lot, but like, it's an interesting match. I want Jordan to do it good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily. I'm sorry. I already know I'm about to get messages about it from a certain somebody. I will not mention their name. I don't know if I agree with Jordan being Christian.
I was going to switch their first initial and their last initial, but their name would still be pronounced the same way if you did that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I saw him as an Orpheus. He was an okay Orpheus. I don't know how I feel. How do you guys feel? Do you guys feel that Jordan, and we're not picking on him, do you think that he is a strong enough performer and presence to step into the role of Christian, like Aaron Tveit has, like Derek Klena has? Like, these are big powerhouses.
Yeah.
Jordan Fisher, to me, is still like Disney kid, even though he's does a lot of stuff for the parks. He's great. I just don't see him in that bohemian heartthrob. I know I'm literally waiting for my phone to start exploding. I'm waiting for. See, okay, Olivia agrees it's hard for me to picture him as Christian. I want to. I just don't. What do you think, Amber?
I don't know. I could see it.
Can you?
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it.
How many times have you seen Moulin Rouge?
3.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. There was something about Aaron singing while I'm in the can with freaking tears coming down his eyes and the sweat glistening off of his body.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the Rouge just doesn't do it for me like it does for you.
No, the Rouge is a comfort show for me because I know the songs. There's some very sexy men in that show. And red's a good color.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's I wanted more from the season, but we got so much. It's like there wasn't enough. But
I feel like I'm drowning. I feel like I'm drowning in this.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, that's exactly it. There's so many things. How do you decide? Like, literally, I have. What is she? Oh,
she's trying to go in my cabinet.
Mama Rose is hungry. Maybe she wants an egg roll.
Right.
But, and Cheyenne says, but that's Aaron. Yes, but that's my freaking point, Cheyenne. Anyways, yeah, there's so many shows, and I feel like they are all opening right now. Because for me, who's in the city once a month and literally sees like 5 to 7 shows in the course of a couple of days, she's down. It's okay. I'm watching her. For me to see, here comes my phone. Wait. Okay, it was not that. But I see so many freaking shows, and I'm still not going to see all the shows before the end of the season.
Yeah.
Not that they're not going to be playing, but like did I read you my list I mean,
Yeah.
maybe should we have everybody weigh in as to what I should see? I'm gonna put it to you guys. Oh yeah, and then also freaking Dead Outlaw. Come on, I've been waiting for that show forever. So Jeffrey saw 11 musicals so far this year. I've seen everything except Just in Time, Dead Outlaw, Floyd Collins, Boop, Smash, Stranger Things, Real Women Have Curves, Pirates the Penzance musical, One of Us a Social Club. That's 9. Am I missing any musicals? I think that's it. There's 9 that I have not seen yet, which blows my freaking mind. And last 5 years, 10.
Yeah.
And they're almost all limited.
Mm-hmm.
Like Pirates just extended a little bit, but last 5 years is limited. So I kind of have to figure out when I'm gonna go see. You also have like Glengarry Glen Ross. There's a lot of freaking shows out right now. Othello. Like, I'm gonna keep doing this. Like, there are so many. Olivia, I lost count how many shows I saw. Same, babe. Me too. But this is what I'm thinking, and I want everyone to weigh in, Amber included. When I fly in, I am going to desperately try to get over to the Boop matinee. My problem is that where I'm staying is in the financial district, and the theater for opening night is on 30th over by Penn Station. I have to give myself about an hour to get myself ready and to the theater for opening night of Facings. Woohoo! Facings opens at 7 o'clock on Thursday. If you guys are in the city and you want to check out the show, hit me up because I've got promo codes and all sorts of fun stuff. Then I have Friday. There are no matinees, but there's Friday PM show. Then I'm going to catch a Saturday mat. And then I am trying to decide if I'm going to see Facings again on Saturday because we have a couple of VIPs coming, or do I see another show? Then I have a Sunday matinee and then a Sunday PM, which I think is only last 5 years and 6. So I'll probably go see last 5 years. And then Monday I'm doing the Swept Away reunion. So I really have to narrow myself down. I'm thinking I really want to see Pirates, Dead Outlaw, Boop, because I don't know how long Boop's going to last. I want it to last forever. I don't know how long that's going to last. But I'll figure it out. What do you think, Amber?
Yeah.
But for our members that have seen Boop, they seem to enjoy it. And I don't know if I my personal attachment to Betty Boop. Have I?
You have, yeah.
Did I tell everybody else?
I think so.
Okay. But I won't.
I mean, you can tell it, but I think you've told it. But
yeah, it's the embarrassing story when I was 6 and pretended I was Betty Boop for a contest in the middle of like the Dead Mall that my uncle had a photo studio at. And one of the original animators, Pauline Commander, there was the first prize, which was a Magilla gorilla stuffed animal and a book. And you were like the winner for like the year. Or she created this, I'm going to show it it's freaking massive. It is massive. You wouldn't see it on the whole screen. She drew in like oils within a minute and a half, a full Betty Boop. And then she signed it to me. And she's like, to the best MC. At 6 years old, guys, I was still loud as shit. But my dad got it like oxygen-free, framed, and all sorts of stuff. And I was not a Betty Boop fan. Like, there was a time where Betty Boop was everywhere. Everyone freaked out. Like, my aunt got a tattoo of Betty Boop. I never got to that point, but I still feel it's my due diligence to go see the show. Plus, it looks incredible.
I just like really want to see all that tapping. Tap, tapperoo.
All the jazzy,
tapperoo. Yeah.
I want to see a pudgy puppet. Come on. That's so cute. And everybody's saying it's a fun show.
Yeah.
Everybody. So super excited about it. I will stop talking everyone's ear off. Amber is going to get caffeine for our next show next Wednesday, hopefully. Then we'll introduce you guys to Casey again, because then it's not just me rambling for an hour, and Amber doesn't have to do all the background work that she so graciously does every single week. So everybody
also,
feel better.
Did you see that Michelle Williams
visited Michelle Williams?
Yeah, that was cute. That was super cute.
Everyone always confuses the two of them, which is so weird.
Mainly in letter form, obviously.
And well, I would hope so. Hey, do you have any of those cool special bracelets that we make?
I don't. They're really far away.
How dare you? Well, don't forget, guys, that
I have some letter beads.
we are constantly updating our Etsy shop with all sorts of fun shows. We're going to start making some stuff for the Tonys too, and all the new shows. If you have an idea for a bracelet or something you want to order for yourself, for cast members to give at a stage door, for a bachelorette party, a birthday party, a retirement party, or just because, even get one made for your worst enemy. Who cares? We're happy to do it. If you go to the BroadwayFanClub.etsy.com, that'll take you directly to our storefront. You'll see all the fun stuff like that. Also, if you want to check out 98% of the groups that we're running, and then we'll just have to keep updating them, you can go to the BroadwayFanClub.com. That'll take you to our link tree. You'll see all the groups that we are running. Don't even worry, because I don't have to advertise for the Broadway cruise right now. It's great. But also make sure to check out one of our sponsors again, BroadwayWeekends.com. Make sure that you pre-save the iTunes/Apple Music original Broadway cast recording or off-Broadway cast recording for Drag the Musical to be entered into our contest. We'll make those posts tonight. If you want to check out what I've been super crazy busy for and what's opening this week, please go check out facingsthemusical.com. You can go on Instagram at facingsmusical. You can find it on Eventbrite. You can find it on urbanstages.org. Right here. Look at me being so freaking prepared. It's fantastic.
Yeah, you're
otherwise you will see so many pictures and so many videos of all the things. And as Jeffrey Cohen says, have a good evening, all. We really appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us here each and every Monday and every couple of weeks, a different day. But while Broadway is dark, we don't have to keep it dark. We keep the ghost light burning. Yeah. So we'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned for all the fun photos coming up this week. And,
who knows? Maybe I'll be on a new antibiotic.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. And you're going to be seeing Mary on Friday, and hopefully I'm going to see your face, and then we'll figure it out. Okay, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us. See you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.